Hi everybody, it's Rob again. What's going on? Hey, big question we had on Facebook last week was about parking. So here I am. We're going to discuss parking for a little bit. Again, to remind you, there are 3 gates, just like last year. There's gate 22B that we use, and that's the one you use coming off of I-675. I'm standing at Spinning Road Gate, which is at Airway and Spinning Road. And of course, there's a 3rd gate, the Armory Road Gate, which is on Woodman. Now, the big thing I got to remind you guys about parking, and I know we keep talking about it, is this is a live military installation. So security is really big, really big. So when we mean an hour and a half before race time, we really mean an hour and a half. So you want to get out here on that hour and a half before. Don't forget, full marathon in the 10K start at 7:30, half marathon at 8:30. Very important, very important. The other thing I want to mention is a lot of folks were asking us, hey, can we get some markers out there? Because when we park our cars and we come back a couple hours later, we can't find them. So what we did this year is we got 16-foot feather flags, all different colors and numbers. So don't forget, when you park your car, look for the nearest flag, look at that number, and you'll know where you have to go back to. Another quick message is the local folks out here in the Dayton area. Please remember that hour and a half also applies to you. The biggest, toughest thing we have is folks think they live nearby and they can cut in and they're going to make it right in time. It doesn't work. 1 hour and a half beforehand. Okay, now I'm on the side of the museum. The gate behind me that you see, this is where you all park for all 3 gates. You all are going to be parking there. Once you park your car, you find your flag and you know where you're at, you're going to be walking through this gate. And what will happen that morning, there'll be light-alls all over. We've also doubled the amount of light-alls that we've ever had in the past, so it's going to be lit up. You're going to walk through this gate, you're going to see a few folks, they're going to say good morning and lead you to the start line. And right behind me is where the start line is. If you can see, right behind me, that is the museum. National Museum, United States Air Force. You're going to just walk down this path and be ready to go to the start line. Something new that we're doing this year as well is a runner drop-off area. I'm standing at the Nutter Center parking lot. Right behind me this is where you pick up your packet on that Thursday and Friday before race day. But going back to the runner pickup area, this is where we're going to meet. There'll be 5 buses lined up behind me. These buses will be taking you folks that normally would have either a family member, a friend, or a cab dropping you off at the museum. We want to avoid that. The only traffic we want at the 3 gates at the parking lot are the parked cars. If you're going to have a family member, a friend, or a cab dropping you off, you want to have them come to the Nutter Center on Saturday morning. At 4:30 in the morning is when we're going to start loading these buses. Now, one thing I have to remind you about this area, the runner drop-off, it only takes you to the start line. It will not bring you back. It will not bring you back. So remember, if you're going to use the shuttle service that we're going to have that morning, this is only for runner drop-off. Again, if a family member was going to drop you off and then come back later, or if you were utilizing a cab, this is where you want to come to, the Nutter Center. They will start taking you to the start line at 4:30 in the morning. Please, please remember, make arrangements and how you're going to get back if you happen to park here, whatever the case is. This is only if you're going to have someone drop you off. We want to avoid any drop-off traffic at the museum. That's where traffic congestion starts to happen. Thank you all. Have a wonderful, wonderful week. I will see you in Boston. If any folks are there, please stop by and say hello to Nikki and I. Thank you all. Be safe, and I'll talk to you next week. Bye-bye.